Okay, so let's dive into something that sounds maybe straightforward, but it actually tells us a lot about how we see things. Or, well, how we see fish in this case.
Right. It's about changing perspective.
Exactly. We're going to shift our viewing angle completely today.
Yeah, we're doing a deep dive into Notes on Fishkeeping, Part 110. And this source, it focuses on a really specific situation.
Which is?
Selecting fish for outdoor setups, like pond-style tanks or,
Hmm.
top view aquariums. The whole point, according to these notes, is finding fish that look really fascinating when you're looking down at them from above.
Ah, okay. Which immediately, that makes you think differently, right?
Totally.
You forget that standard side-on view you get in a typical fish tank. What looks good from the side, well, you might miss it completely looking down.
Exactly. And the source actually points to guppies as like a perfect example of a fish that really nails this top-down thing.
Why guppies specifically? What makes them stand out from that angle?
Well, the notes explain it pretty clearly. From the surface, you get this unique view of their dorsal patterns, the colors on their backs,
Okay.
and the way their tails spread out as they swim near the top. Plus, that iridescence on their backs can catch the sunlight in a way you just, you don't really appreciate from the side view.
Hmm. So what you even notice, what you value and how they look, it
Right.
completely shifts.
Right. And plus, the source also highlights that they're pretty low maintenance.
Always a bonus.
And they tend to self-propagate, which
Mm.
is, great for an outdoor pond where you kind of want a healthy population without too much fuss.
And I thought this was a neat detail the author gets specific, suggesting the red guppy variety.
Yeah, the color contrast idea.
Right. Because that bright red offers such a striking visual against, say, green aquatic plants when you're looking down. It's really thinking about the whole picture from that specific angle.
It is very intentional.
So, if guppies are a great fit, what other fish does the source suggest work well for this top-down perspective?
The notes list a few others, yeah. All picked because something about them really pops when viewed from above. We're talking goldfish.
Okay, makes sense.
Classic. Platies and also Medaka Rice Fish. Each one apparently brings something a little different to that top-down view.
Goldfish, I can picture that. The classic fantail shape from above is pretty iconic.
Hmm.
But the source mentioned something about Platies that I found really interesting. The author seems to personally lean towards them, but also admits having mixed results in the past.
Yeah. It's a cool little insight, isn't it? Shows that side of fish keeping, the trial and error.
Definitely.
It shows the author is willing to sort of revisit that species because of the specific needs of this top-down setup. They think the Platies traits, maybe their shape, or how they school when seen from above, might actually make them a better fit here.
Even if they didn't work out so well before in a different context.
Exactly. And the plan mentioned is to test just a small group first, which acknowledges, that the environment matters. Past experience isn't always the whole story in a new situation.
So, really, for you listening, the big takeaway we're pulling from these notes is this idea: deliberately picking your subjects based on the specific way you'll be looking at them.
Right. Guppies with those dorsal colors, goldfish with their form, Platies, Medaka. The source is basically saying what's important, what's appealing about these fish can change completely just by changing your viewing angle.
And if you zoom out from fish for a second,
Yeah.
it really does highlight how much of what we notice or what we value is shaped by our point of view.
Absolutely. By intentionally looking at something from a different angle, literally, like with these fish, or, metaphorically in other parts of life, you might uncover totally new details, new criteria for what good or beautiful even means.
You're not just choosing fish, you're kind of curating an experience for a specific viewpoint,
Well put.
which, yeah, makes you pause and think, where else might we be missing important stuff? Or maybe focusing on the wrong things just because we haven't considered, changing our angle.